Boring? I don't know.
Oh. Here we go.
Let that run for a little moment so I can do an edit later.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You know, I don't throw away that many, but some of mine were really overexposed. But if you looked at the histogram, it was a great shot, overexposed. But if you looked at the histogram, nothing was blown out.
Yeah.
So when I went back to those and worked them, they were incredible. You know, the whole expression exposed to the right. So keep that in mind, and I'll shut up.
Okay, it is 6:30. No, it's 6:45, and I am here, and you are here, and we must be in the right place.
Okay.
Did you find the $500 mentioned in the 9/15 Tuesday Newsday newsletter? Actually, I see there are 2 categories, and there's a first prize in each category. That really means one person can win twice, and it can win as much as $1,000. I'm talking about the Inglewood Park Cemetery, the soul of the City of Angels. This contest is a joint contest. Well, it's open to the public, but F-Stop's Photo Club and our photo club is probably going to have a day shooting out. So we'll go there and take pictures and enter this contest. There is $500 at stake and there's no entry fee.
Whoa.
So it's online now because it wasn't about a week ago.
It is.
Good. Okay.
Who wants to go to the cemetery?
Okay, I'm going to mute all. I can't do this. I can't do this. I want to be polite, but I'm going to have to mute all. So let me get through this. I rehearse, reading. Help is needed. Volunteers are the lifeblood of any organization. I need you to pitch in and do your part to make this club great. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to be a willing body, and I'll find something that's going to match your abilities. Terry, I appreciate your offer. We're all of us present are going to look forward to seeing you give a presentation. As a matter of fact, it'll probably be the focus of the meeting because you can talk. Do we need a membership roster?
Okay.
I put the questionnaire out this morning and the response is overwhelming. No one wants to give away their phone number. It seems that an email address is not a problem and a roster is in order. So I'll get working on that. There were some great suggestions that were made and I'm going to implement those as well. So stay tuned. Keep a lookout for an email coming on a Tuesday, making requests of you so that I can get your authorization to share your email. It was 3:30 today, and I was preparing for this meeting when I had a light bulb moment. It came to mind, powered by a tidal wave. I don't want to be the founder of a photo club that offers peer-to-peer photo sharing and critique. I want to be the force behind a photo club that offers peer-to-peer photo sharing and praise. Just the word critique puts one into the fight and flight mode. Who wants to hear what is wrong with their photo? And unless one of our members is a trained and certified judge, it is just an opinion anyway, and one without any substantial training to make such judgments. If we critique these photos, we risk stifling the creativity that is amongst us. We have photographers in the club from all skill levels. We need to focus on what is worthy of praise in the photos that are presented by the membership. Praise offers us reinforcement to improve what we already do well. Feedback that offers solutions to what we can improve upon will be welcomed and used to create even better images going forward. We need to nurture the creativity. If you know the rule of thirds, and that is what you think about on your photo walks, so be it. If you don't know the rule of thirds, or for that matter, none of the rules, you don't have to learn them, just to forget about them and break the rules to become creative. This is my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion, and you don't have to agree. But for me, some of my favorite photos have not been technically correct. but they have been my favorites because they are, I practice my photography. Maybe not as much as I used to, but I do practice. I know the reason I take the photos I do. I define my subject. I use composition to enhance the subject. There are times I fail at this. Let me let this person in. I have always been aware, let me restart. Not all my photos are tack sharp, and sometimes they need to be. I have always been aware of the background I see through my viewfinder. The exposure triangle, yeah, I heard of it. Aperture, f-stop, ISO, in concert to achieve a proper exposure? I don't think so. What about the high key we're learning about, the low key we're learning about? What about just being creative? I will continue to strive for Photoshop in the field. Yeah, I said that right. I will cut hours off of posts when I transfer the files to my computer for the post work, because if I am taking care of the post out there, I want to learn during the culling process. I learn from the images I am rejecting. I'm going to examine them more closely. I'm going to learn why they were a fail. I'm going to learn how to make them better. I'm going to rest on those pictures. I'm going to take another look at them 2-3 months down the road, maybe a year down the road, and see new beauty in them that I can post and bring to life. I want my photos to wow people that see them. I want them to tell a story. I want them to have impact and be remembered. And with that, I say, tonight we have 45 photos to view. And I will do my best to keep a steady and even pace for the viewing and the scoring. I've practiced all afternoon, playing with the Zoom, playing with myself. 45 photos should take just about 90 minutes to complete. If you feel that I have begun to rush, please interrupt me, speak up. I don't want to rush. I strive for the quality over the quantity. We do have a contingency plan, and that's why you number your photos, 1 and 2. We'll leave the 2 choices out if we have to. Elaine and Bill, they're my scorekeepers for the meeting tonight. They will try to manage you. They will also try to manage the chat as well, and maybe text me on my phone so I can be aware of what's going on. I can't pay attention to chat when I'm doing everything else. After the photo share tonight, we're going to be hearing from Keynote Speaker. He's going to do our member-led 10-minute learning session. After that, I will be telling you about the homework assignment I have for you. I have a 2-minute photographer spotlight video also, and we're going to begin with that before we do the peer-to-peer photo sharing and praise. Let's begin. Let's see if I can get this to share. Any comments?
45 photos sounds like a lot. If we could just do the number ones first and then see where we're at, that would be.
Yeah, no, we're doing the number ones first. That won't be a problem. Absolutely, that won't be a problem. We will do the number ones first.
Jay,
Yes.
one comment I've learned is that when I shoot, I do exactly what you do, so I'd have less processing, but I usually shoot a little wider than I need because I don't want to not have enough headspace or not have enough room for a bird to fly into, those kinds of things.
Okay, so I'm live and I'm screwing up. I'm gonna have to edit this pretty good. Bear with me. Yeah, thank you for that, Carrie. That's good advice. A 100 times when I go to start this particular item, it starts all by itself. Are you seeing this share? And now I can't even find a button that
Gray
starts this
screen.
thing.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, but please tell me why. That did say cannon powder shot.
Yeah.
Got a lot of powder on it.
Our first photo is titled, "Who is going to say this is good, but maybe a bit blown out?" Any comments on this photo?
I've seen it many times.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Like the sun through the smoke.
Smoke, yes.
What
I've
I
seen
would,
it many times.
what
Many
I-
people took that photo.
what I would like to see is a little space between the sun and the top red and the bottom red, so that they're not touching the edge.
You know what? They're actually not.
Okay. Oh,
There.
okay.
It's just
Okay.
a sheer problem because I thumpered
Okay,
around a
I
little bit there.
understand.
Thank you for bringing it to my attention because now I adjusted it for the real
Yeah, 'cause-
photos that are
yeah.
coming up. Yeah, this is an introductory photo. It's all it is. It doesn't even necessarily need a score. I'll put the polling up on it so that
Okay.
you can see how it works. But this photo was taken by me one day when the smoke was so thick that you could stare at the sun and no problem. So I'm going to put the poll up so that we get an idea of how it works. The scale is different than at the last meeting for those that you attended the last meeting. We are actually 3 through 10. We are actually talking about it being great or truly great, solid or truly solid. So that's half, if you know what I mean. I'll let you vote for about 30 seconds at the most
where do we vote?
on each one. 27, 28.
Where do we
30
vote?
seconds. Should be on the screen. Don't
Okay,
worry
I don't
about
see
it if
it.
you didn't. Here are the results.
Oh, here.
Rated a 5, didn't it? That's not bad for a looking in the sun.
Okay.
Did you ruin your eyes?
It's blown out.
Our next photo is titled Polish Squirrel. Scorekeepers, can one of you volunteer to read the titles, please?
A Polish squirrel.
Sure, it's not polished squirrel.
I don't see where to vote, Jay.
Well, the voting,
Not up yet. It's
Okay.
not up yet, Terry.
Okay.
I'm going to say this grabs my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it right in the center.
You will like critiques?
The light is good.
I think color was a really good choice for this photo. I think it will have as much impact as
I
black and
think
white.
that the left side of the photo doesn't add a whole lot.
Same.
I would make it a vertical aspect ratio.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
I definitely would crop a significant part of the left. It's a lot of negative space.
And you choose the left because tail is on the right and there's some good highlight on the right?
And there's some leaves.
Yes.
You could also bring out the shadow a little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah,
you have the
vertical
bottom
works for
of the
me.
Squirrel.
We're going to pretend the timer went because that's what I forgot to do.
Okay.
And want to bring up the poll.
I'd say closer in crop on a vertical would keep you focused on the animal.
Yeah.
I would brighten up his legs and tail a bit too, to bring it out the dark background.
The other thing is, if you have another one in this series where both eyes have that catch light, it would be a little better.
Oh, wow, what a great suggestion. There might be one like the next picture or the picture after that on her camera roll.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I was taught on portraiture is if an animal's particularly, if you don't have a catch light, it looks more dead or stuffed.
Picture received a 5. Great picture.
Jay,
Mhm.
that the orange line is the average of all that?
Orange line.
We're not
I
doing
have an orange
averages.
line.
No
Red line.
averages.
Orange line is the winner. Received the
Okay.
most votes. You don't get to see it, but I see 10 people voted for that, 38%. And I will not repeat those stats. They're not for you.
I
Oh,
see, Jay, I've been seeing the percentages.
Okay,
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yep.
me too.
Really?
The light on the squirrel is nice. Just continue it down a little lower would be great.
Our next photo is titled,
Oh, walk in Paris. Sorry.
no, just a walk in Paris. There's no sorry in that title.
Oh,
Walk in Paris. This to me had to have been directed. How is their step? I mean, they're married a long time. They are
I
really,
love the colors. The colors, they complement each other, the blue and the yellow. It's awesome. I like that. And the neutral background.
Yeah,
I'd lead
and
them a little more because I think they're walking out of the frame.
yeah. I would have tried a whole sequence to see if you could get the man not so hidden by the woman in the foreground, a separation of their heads.
yeah, but it's a man. Who cares?
But this is what Christopher Boughton was talking about. You know, it's you got a perfect ground, kind of, you know, there, and you wait for the subject to walk in front of it. This is a great subject to walk in front.
Yeah, if you want to wait in the rain like that, that's cool. I like it because they're sharp and the back is soft.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, the pavement being wet really adds to the photo.
Brings out the shadows.
Yeah.
It was not planned in any way. It was just a shot, happened to be on the street, happened to notice them and grabbed it. I don't know that I have more than even one. It was just kind of lucky, and it took, there's some editing that went on in there, but I don't have much room on either side of it. So it's kind of framed about as good as it can get for me at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Mike.
Thanks.
good job, Mike. I like it. Color. You chose color for presentation, and I don't think black and
Yeah,
white
I definitely
would have
tried
done
it both
justice
ways
as
too,
color
but you're
does.
right.
I think the blue umbrella, the yellow raincoat, it's fantastic. It was like it was waiting for you.
Mhm.
And their blue pants too, or his blue pants.
Yeah, I was just going to say it matches his blue jeans.
Yeah. And the umbrella with the yellows and the greens, really super.
How much did you pay them?
The cost of a flight to Paris, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to share. Photo receives the higher of the two scores.
28.
Good job.
I was unaware we should title our photos, so mine don't have a title.
Yeah, I kind of told you about that too, Barry.
Yeah, well,
Annapolis at night.
one of my comments
Lunar
would be,
shot.
you know, the street scene is really what your eye is drawn to. And I would have cropped a little a little of the sky on top. It's kind of 50-50 now.
I really like the way the street lamps were captured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Nice warm feeling.
flag on the right-hand side is golden. It's just beautiful.
It's a perfect exposure. Perfect. A lot of shadow detail, which is hard to do.
Even the crosswalk with its lines,
Yeah.
the lines that are running left to right are not taking me away or drawing me out of the picture. It's that crosswalk that's drawing me forward towards the steeple. I really like the way it takes you in.
There's nothing blown out, which is hard to do with lights.
Going to end the poll. Showing the results. This photograph scored 6. Stopping the soft share.
Are you looking at me?
Chicken of the sea. No, chicken of the tree.
Very effective lighting. Very effective lighting.
I never knew those things had holes in their head.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Depth of field.
You see that area below the neck? I don't know if it's a leaf or something that's kind of a medium tone.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have toned that down a little bit because it draws your eye a little bit away from the face.
Talking about here.
Yes.
Yes.
I like the way the head and all the spikes are sharp and everything else is
Yeah.
Excellent depth of field.
blurred. Yeah.
Really good depth of field.
It's a
Love
good
to see a
photo.
little more
It's,
detail in his neck too, right in
It
there. I
looks
wish we could bring that out.
It looks like it was shot through a aquarium or whatever, and that's really hard to do through glass.
Does the maker of the photo want to comment on the glass?
Actually, I opened the door. It was a terrarium, and the door's open.
Oh, okay.
The door was open, so it wasn't shot through glass. And it was an iPhone shot, and just a little bit of saturation increase, and that was the way the shot was done.
Yeah.
An iPhone, that's amazing. That's good.
And the whole of the ears.
Look at the catch light in the eye.
I would add a little more contrast to it instead of the saturation, because the lighting more contrast would also get you a little more color.
Poll is ending. Voter receives this. That better have been $1,000 iPhone, because if it was cost less than my camera, I'd be.
Is it a 7?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That-
Okay. Autumn sunrise.
Clouds are great.
Yeah.
And the water is great too. And the mountains. It's all great.
I think it's powerful. I think Another version of this could be a panorama with a little less water, although the reflection of the orange in the waters is really good too. But you know, you can always do like 2 states and then see which one you like better.
Was this a long exposure? Because the way that the clouds are softened and the water's flattened out.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta be, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty photo.
I don't have any comment.
Where was this?
That's what I was gonna ask, yeah.
Where?
No.
Yes.
The photo, want to share where this was taken and maybe answer some of the technical questions being asked?
Sure, I'd be happy to. This is North Lake in Bishop.
Okay.
And it was a long exposure. And also, if I had meant it to be a panorama, it would have been a panorama because I have cameras that shoot panorama.
Okay.
This is not meant to be a panorama. So
Okay.
the emphasis on it is the subject is equally
Got it.
positioned between the water and the sky,
Yeah.
and the clouds and the light are the ones that add the drama.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Ending the poll and share the results. Photo received an 8.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you for sharing.
Can't resist. Oh my God. I'm supposed to do that. Okay, I think this is cool.
Good.
For me, it's crooked. I would
Yeah.
have straightened it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd lose a lady in the foreground too because your eye is drawn to her, and I think you lose the little girl in the fountain.
I was going to say exactly the same thing.
On the other hand, the first thing I noticed was the girl in the water, not the lady on the right. So although she could be distracting, she didn't distract me.
Same here.
Yeah, I don't mind the lady in the lower right-hand corner. I don't know why I don't mind her, but I don't mind her being there.
It would have been cool if you could have enhanced the square on the bottom, second to the right, and as a reflection of her. If that could have been enhanced.
How would you enhance that?
Oh, with brightness contrast.
You're talking about the window pane, her reflection.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you hold your hand up and cut off the woman on the right, it's dramatically better for me as well.
Yeah.
Because then the focus is the woman in the water, the girl in the water.
Yeah. Well, once I learned how to edit my photos, the first thing I thought of was getting rid of that woman on the right.
Yeah.
And I would say that some of the stones on the ledge of the fountain are kind of blown out. I would have kind of darkened them a little.
Is that snow or is that rock?
Rock.
Rocks.
We don't
There's no
do
snow
rock
at the Getty.
in LA. I mean, we don't do snow in LA.
It snowed here in 1949.
Jay?
I think the reflection is really what caught my attention. All the panels.
It's like straight.
It's just got so much going on.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like straight.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Jay, 5?
Everything I've done is straight.
Jay, was it a 5?
Yes.
Received a 5.
Hey, you got to tell me because when it's a tie, I'm not sure.
Take the higher one.
Yeah, okay.
Don't be afraid to try to edit. just try moving knobs around and see
Wow.
what it looks like.
Dia de los Muertos, October 28th, 2017.
Did we hear that? Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
28, 2017.
I
Hear it.
said that.
I know you said it. I didn't hear it.
I think this is awesome.
Not seeing
I
it
think
yet.
this scary person
I think everybody
right
sees
out.
the photos at a slightly different timing. I've noticed that.
I think you could have brought out a little more shadow detail because the eyes are kind of lost in that pure black. If there's data there, I would have tried to bring that up.
I think that's the makeup.
Yeah, but if it's pure black, then you can't do anything with it.
Yeah, but it looks
I
like
think
that's
it's
how
meant
it's supposed
to.
to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be that way.
Uh-huh.
Nice. She wouldn't have put
I-
the up there.
I think the picture is very cool, but the top with the, I don't know what you call the top part of her head really distracts from her face, for me personally. I would have cropped that out.
I either would have included the whole cross, what's up there, or cropped it.
It
Yeah.
kind of distracts from her face for me.
I was gonna say that the crown, I would add the crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's missing.
And then the lighting is kind of even everywhere. So sometimes it helps to just, brighten the areas where you really want the viewer to look. What's the most important part of that picture?
Yeah, but the thing about this picture, it's all about the face.
Yeah.
So the crop really enhances the face if you look at it.
What was that?
What I just said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Jay cropped it a little bit. And if you see what the crop looks like, it really enhances the portrait, her face.
Oh, so you're saying it's better with the crop?
Yes.
Okay.
It draws your attention to what's the important part of the picture.
I'm sharing the results. It's received a 7.
Feeling blue in Cambria.
Ah, there's a seagull there.
I was going to say the same thing. It takes a little while to see it.
Might be nice to warm up the bottom with a gradient and bring up the warmth in that area to contrast with the cool blue above it.
Yeah.
Give it more depth.
I love the way the sun was captured.
I would bring out a little shadow detail if you could, just to pop it a little bit. What you're saying, like,
No, I was saying more to give it some dimensionality, to make the bottom portion of the picture warmer.
yeah, okay.
Push the warmer tones, and then let the top stay in the cool part of the world. Everything in this picture is very cool.
Well, the sun
Very
is
blue.
warm.
Yes, but still could. I think it might have more dimensionality that way. I don't know. Might be fun to try.
I think if they pointed the camera down a little bit and had a little bit more on the bottom and a little bit less of the sky, I would have liked it better.
Or squat.
I agree. The rock is kind of crowded down on the bottom there.
Yeah, more room on the bottom, less on top.
I personally would have brightened it up a little and snapped it with some real contrast.
More on the bottom, less on top. Sounds like a haircut to me.
The horizon might be a little downhill on the right too. I'd straighten the horizon.
I'm ending the poll. I'm sharing the results.
Oh.
Received a 5.
Oh, I didn't see the poll. Okay.
My clock. Share results. Next, Elaine.
I don't, Forest. It wasn't there, Jay. Now it is.
No, you can say it before the photo shows up.
Oh, okay.
That's why I gave you a heads up.
Okay.
Forest.
Very sharp.
Yeah. My comment is, my eye kind of wanders around, but it doesn't really settle anyplace.
Yeah, I was thinking you should go closer to the rock, maybe. You could even crop it that way, so something becomes the focal point. Maybe get a little lower to the ground.
I like the reflection in the water, but I don't like what the reflection is of.
Unless you pulled back and had more of the little pond, pool of water.
Well, I don't know. The subject is kind of the rock and the water. And you got all the cool forest around it.
I think the tree leaning the way it does is cool. I would have made that more.
I like the way that from the left-hand side, it leads you in, and then there's an S-curve going from the tree that's leaning back into the far end. And for me, it's about wandering around and just kind of looking at the whole thing.
I was just going to say that it's very engaging.
Yeah.
There's no real, it just takes you in, and there's a lot to look at.
I think the comment is
creative.
There's almost too much because you don't know where to go.
If I had this in post-production, I would choose where the light and dark should be, so at least give the viewers some idea of what's important, since there is so much to look at.
I would layer a frog in there or something on the rock.
Maybe a red umbrella.
I'm curious, does everyone see how long the pole has been up like I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wait, not the pole.
The clock actually on the pole.
I don't see
I don't see a clock. I don't see a clock on the pole.
No, I don't.
Please note next time.
There's a clock next to the picture, but not the pole.
Yeah, no, the pole for me actually has a clock on it at the very top, and it tells me it's been running X number of seconds, and I'm trying to find the magic number that works for us. When the praise of the photo is good, I let the clock run out for the full 2 minutes and then take time with this. This received a 6.
Hacienda Heights Squirrel.
Needs focus.
Yeah, it's a
I
little.
wish it was sharper.
Yeah, it's not very sharp. I like the bokeh effect in the background. Is it bokeh? Bokeh.
Okay.
Bokeh or bouquet.
I like that.
They're both correct.
It's a cool pose, but the lack of focus really is a problem.
I like the photo. I realize it doesn't have tack sharp focus, but as I said in my opening, I would have taken this photo and captured that moment. Something magical about it. The tail's just right. The spread is just right. The one eyeball kind of looking at me with good catch light.
You're right. The
focus.
Pose is outstanding.
Yeah.
And you could have brought it into Photoshop and done some sharpening to it.
There's a possibility we're misinterpreting this whole photo.
I wonder if it's just been cropped too much. That's why it's so soft.
There's the photo.
Still out of
Yes,
focus.
it was zoomed and then cropped.
Yeah.
So
There's some
that's why it's
programs that will allow you to do that. Plugins.
Yeah, Topaz Labs makes one of those.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that photo revived with some kind of AI program. I like the photo. The pose is fantastic. It's worth the attempt.
Tina.
Gigapixel or AI software and wants that photo to tinker with it, please make arrangements amongst yourselves. I like that photo. I'm going to end the polling. It's at 27 seconds now. I'm going to share the results. I'm going to reset my clocks. I'm going to pause my share so that I could switch to the next photo already. No, I can't. I'm going to stop sharing the results. This is a 4.
Hummingbird
It won't let me
portrait.
advance.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Is
so
what I
sharp.
have to say.
My God.
Oh, but everyone says that if you're looking that way, you should be away from the edge more.
Well,
gotta give it a little more room, but this breaks the rule and it's so awesome.
Yeah.
Either that or you crop the left side out.
Yeah, I would crop the left side out and make it a vertical.
What I like is that the beak is pointed to the top corner.
Yeah.
There's enough lift in the beak.
This is where it would be nice to have a catch light on the eye. That's the only thing, but otherwise, it's great.
There is a catch light. It could be brighter, but it's there. And the whole thing is nice and sharp.
Yeah.
I love the web holding his, holding the picture down.
It looks like a shadow of an eyelid or something. It doesn't really look like a catch light, but anyway, it depends on the view. But it's a great shot. There's absolutely.
The tones of the background work really well with the bird. I mean, it's a beautiful photo. And I kind of like how it's off-center and pointing the wrong direction. I don't know, it works for me.
Yeah, but if the leaf was cropped out, I wouldn't miss that leaf. It's kind of
it's out of
distracting anyhow.
Yep.
I kind of like the way the beak and the edge of the branch kind of makes a triangle.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's really soft light. You know what this might really work as is a black and white.
I just agree because I think you see so much detail in his feathers.
Yeah.
You even see a little bit of a green up here.
Yeah.
Back of his neck.
Looks like it's a sloppy eater, though.
Yeah.
I bet you he wasn't eating. I bet you it was tending to a nest.
4 and 8.
I think that's a baby, though.
Jay, why is it an 8? The 7 is bigger.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Oh, forgive me. 7. My mistake. It is a 7. Read it wrong. Sorry, maker of the photo. I tried.
I want this.
Oh, Lloyd, it's got your name on it.
Yep. Must be for me.
We actually have one of those. Sundays.
I like that she has her tongue like yum.
Yeah.
It stuck to it. Just hold it off. It was that cold.
I know you can't do it with this photo, but if you had moved around a little bit, the pole on the left side is. I wish it weren't there. It's just a minor thing, but
also her face is a little bit less sharp than the Sunday.
Yeah.
I think the focus looks pretty good to me.
It tells a great story.
I like the story. I really like the story.
I would love to see a little bit more of the straw. Just a little more headroom there. And be great if you could lose a guy looking in the window, just have it on her. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And
sometimes when you're taking a picture like that, you just can't make people get out of the way.
Right. Yeah, because you don't know if they would have swung around to the right, if there looks like there's somebody standing at the counter there too. They chose their lesser of two evils, I guess.
Jay, is there a way of averaging these rather than taking the score that has the most percentage?
Test that later. I don't know. Wow, fact.
IMG 1484 JPEG. Yeah, good.
That's really a great shot.
Now, can you say it in Chinese?
That would be, I think that would be
Japanese.
This is really beautiful. Well done.
Yeah,
Even
the detail is
Very
the
well done.
detail of her hair and everything is just.
How'd you get the shadow on her neck, or is that like henna or something? That's amazing.
That's the traditional thing on geisha, because the back of the neck is considered very sexy. So they want to
So
show
it's like
raw skin.
a henna or something like that, perhaps.
It's a makeup. That's done with makeup.
Okay, okay, same, yeah.
Like a powder.
Yeah.
Someday I'll
makeup.
show you all when I was made up to a geisha in Kyoto.
We did
Never
that too.
saw anything so ridiculous.
I'm just wondering if this was composited. Just a curious. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's still a great photo because I'm looking at the edges, the outline of the clothes and the hair and the Oh no, it doesn't look like it's composited.
It's pretty sharp.
What does composite mean?
The background and the subject was put together in two different layers.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, this was shot in the black and white mode.
Really beautiful photo.
It's very nice. Very well done.
I'm giving it. I love it.
I think it would probably look cool in color too, because those kimonos are usually colorful.
It's really powerful being mono.
Hmm.
I think I would have gotten the background blacker.
Blacker?
Yeah.
On my screen, it's pretty much as black as you can get.
Yeah, I don't think you should have it blacker because
I must say the polling was very interesting to watch it live. Do you guys get to see the polling live?
Yeah.
Bars go up and down. Wow, this one was all over the place. 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, and then it received an 8.
It could be my monitor. My apologies. It looks better on my laptop than
Can you bring me a
big monitor.
Just for us. That is very, very cute.
I don't see any handicap stickers on their legs.
The real name of this shouldn't be Just for Us. It should be Wait for the Car Before You Go.
Very clever and funny shot. I think it would be a little better technically if you brought out some shadow detail, if there is any, in the birds.
You see like the shadow of the bird behind it, kind of? Is that just an artifact of the zoom, or it looks like there's something behind it?
It's there.
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, no.
I do.
Almost looks like it's a reflection of glass.
that's weird. Yeah.
Pretty odd right there.
Wow, great.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, maybe he moved it. Or they moved it.
Yeah.
Cut it
like
out
that.
and moved it.
Parking sign.
It's a cool idea, though. It's really, really cute.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What do you mean they moved it?
I don't know. It looks like
It's
a
on the
double
other,
image.
it's on the
It
other
looks
bird
like a
too. You
double.
can see the reflection of the beak in the mountain behind it, on the one on the left.
Oh yeah, sure enough.
I don't see it.
That's right. Right to the start of his
Right.
chest.
Just down from there. There it is.
Yeah, right there.
Unless it was taken through a windshield or something.
Maybe.
Oh, that could be it.
Okay.
That could be it.
Oh,
If the maker of the photo wants to talk about that, great.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if that's a composite or how was that made?
I think you're right. I think it is a windshield.
CJ4. Okay, we'll never know. Let me try to get the clock right this time, for goodness sake.
What did that get?
I received a 4.
Making music at Venice Beach.
Would it help if I bring that back?
yes.
Yeah, yes.
I love the way the people walking line up with the trumpet.
Yeah.
Is this a scan? Is this a scan of the photograph or the original photograph? Because it looks a little out of focus.
Just a small shot.
Okay.
You zoom in and it goes soft.
Yeah.
Small file.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's sharp when you do that.
Yeah.
I like it, and it doesn't have to be sharp. I like it. Yep.
What? I'm ending the poll. Sharing the result. Resetting my clock.
Mono Lake Light.
You enlarged that just a little?
So these pictures are not coming in as big as your 1400 one side? Jay?
No, sometimes they're delivered to me much smaller.
Okay. It looks like it.
I used 1400. I don't know why it's small like that or why it looks bad when you zoom in.
Yeah. I like the long exposure, which kind of smooths out the ocean.
Yeah, I love that photo. The colors are beautiful. The light's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, great colors.
Yeah. Composition is great.
Yeah, the foreground is awesome. The rocks in the distance is just a bit on the right side. Like it's not cut off. Looks cool.
Wow, you guys are fast fingers on that one, let me tell you. Fast fingers.
How is that a 5?
An 8.
I know, but I saw some people mark it a 5. Sorry, I'm just judging the judging.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Rich, you should print it on metal.
Nectar. Title of the photo is Nectar.
Sorry, nectar.
Now that's an interesting title for a photo of a butterfly, so it makes me think here. I think the bokeh, depth of field, marvelously done.
Yeah.
If this was cropped, a good choice. The colors are just so subtle.
Yeah. That softness against the black, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is to catch a butterfly in this kind of situation, and kudos. Kudos to the photographer. This was an accidental flash when you're taking the cap off. I get it.
I might have taken off a little bit of the left. And I got to tell you, if I say that it should be cropped a little bit, I have to crop them the size that I would want to print it. I don't know what everybody else does. but I won't make, I don't have custom mats and frames.
Oh.
So yeah, I would have to crop it so it would fit for me, in my case, 11 by 14.
No, you shouldn't with the mat.
I do not want to hear this was a smartphone picture. I do not want to hear that.
Who said? I didn't hear what, was it Terry that was saying?
Yeah, I never let the mat size determine the crop.
Got a solid.
Photo received from heaven. And if the maker of the photo can tell me it was not a smartphone picture, I will feel much better.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a smartphone.
Oh, you should have said it was a smartphone. Just to mess with
I
them.
think, yeah, I have a B that's a smartphone. I'll submit that later, but.
It's a Canon Rebel. There we go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Great photo, Claire.
Thank you.
Yeah, really cool.
I'm only taking pictures in my backyard and my front yard. That's it. Haven't left the house.
Oh, no parking.
Well, that's a good one.
Before 4 p.m.
It's a lot of fun, this photo, and I also like how front and back bumper framed right. I mean, the car's going forward, and there's just a little bit less on the left than there is on the right. That kind of gives that feeling of it's going forward, and the no parking signs and the graffiti.
I like the blue on the car with the blue on the graffiti.
Yeah, I think it's like a continuation of it, but a much finer detail. I see what the photographer's eye was caught by, and I appreciate the photograph for that reason.
I think that's a good way to describe it, Jay.
There's an irony here. There's color here. It's a great capture.
And it
Very
also
well
just kind of what, I mean, it's nice the car was there, but this is the kind of stuff that Christopher would talk about. You know, it's a great background, and then you wait for something to appear in the foreground if you don't have a car there.
I think I would have tried for the full symmetry and gotten the left side of the building.
Oh.
You don't know what was sitting in front of that building either.
I think I was there.
I think we were, Elaine.
Oh, can I say one more comment?
Certainly. This photo received an 8.
What I do for a shot like this is if I want to get the whole building and I shoot wider to get the whole building, oftentimes I'll then take a picture afterwards or before holding up like one finger, which tells me that I included the sides, but there's a crop needed. Or I'll hold up 2 for a panorama, you know, those kind of things. So when I go back to look at the shot, I say, why did I shoot this? And then, oh, this is what I know what I was going after.
Old gas pumps with car.
I like this. This picture has my eye moving to different areas of the picture.
Yeah.
I'm looking at different features. It's
Texture on that car.
Color is great.
It's very Norman Rockwell-esque.
Yeah, I think the same.
Color palette and light.
The beam and everything is razor sharp, but it's like the car and the pumps were like painted on the negative, you know, after the fact.
The car feels like a composite for sure. It doesn't feel like it's in the same place. So I mean, you could soften, if you softened everything and made it a little more painterly, it would all kind of blend together maybe better.
The textures are amazing.
I have an advantage to be able to use the spotlighter here. I'm curious what's happening right here. It looks different than the rest of the photo.
What is a composite? It's like a ghost car.
Yeah, I think that's the color of the car, because if you look at the back of the driver's side fender, you get those same colors there.
Okay. I enjoy the photo.
Me too.
If I were a dentist, it would be in my waiting room. Okay, I didn't mean that as an insult. You know that, right?
Wow.
Photo received a 6. I like it. It made me happy.
Me too.
Oh, my mouse pointer went hot. I think I forgot to turn off the annotation. Our next photo is
One Pillar Pagoda, Hanoi. And I'm not going to say it until I see the picture.
3 nuns and their iPhones.
Yeah.
And I think this is very good, except the hat is way too white.
Out of focus.
I would have phonied it up if I had to after the fact.
It looks a little soft, focus.
I wouldn't notice that because the other part of it is so white.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a close-up of the center guy's hands with all that fabric and color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that they're all on iPhones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great concept.
That's
It's
what brought
just,
my attention.
Mm-hmm.
The blown out hat overtakes everything else because your eye always goes to what's brightest, right? And that's sort of what pulls you in.
I think it's almost perfect except for the hat. And that could be fixed real easily.
What if you cropped the guy with the hat out and just made 2 of them?
I would just do something with the hat. It would be a real easy fix if you know any kind of photoshopping.
And to be really picky, he's missing part of his foot. The
foot at the bottom, yeah.
It's funny to see the cigarette butts
Look
down.
at his feet. I don't mind you're missing part of it.
Oh, I said it's very nitpicky.
Yeah.
No, it's decorated. Or is it just beat up?
Oh, it's beat up.
Ew.
Kind of looks like diabetes, to be honest.
6.
You're right. Let's receive a 6, if I'm correct. 3, 4, 5. Yes, a 6, correct?
Yeah.
Stopping the share. Our next photo is
Paris meets Kaya Visual. Visuals with an S. Paris meets Kaya Visuals.
wow. Wow. Okay,
I'm
this
trying to figure out what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
I think it might be a reflection through a window.
The license plates here are the same, and so are those 2. And these cars, wow.
Curve in the
All I
glass.
can say is wow.
Mm.
This is
Very
creative.
nice, Kaya.
Yeah, I love the colors on the left there
Very
too, that
nice.
reflection.
Very artsy.
I'd love to know how what it is exactly if you want to talk about it.
Was this
just a little explanation on the title is so usually like when you see pictures of Paris, it's really romantic, very like light and like not as much. I wanted to put on Paris on it by making it really modern and artsy, so that was my take on it. And it's all the same picture, but I duplicated there in Photoshop, and then one of the layers was inverted, and then it was like kind of moved up, and then the other layer was just like overlaid, and it was I forgot the other name, but it was like one of those like overlay.
My one thing, the white as the middle top building thing, I think it should be a little bit darker, but otherwise kind of cool.
Thank you.
Don't see a lot of abstract photos. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Makes me think of the movie Inception.
Good job, Kaya.
Kaya, yeah.
Kaya, okay. Is it pronounced Kaya?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Thanks for being here. This is very creative. I really enjoy it.
Thank you.
And that would be a 7.
This has a 7. I'll stop the share. I'll reset my clock. I'll move forward and pick up the pace just a tiny bit.
San Antonio Mission. Framed nice.
I like the way the trees frame the dome and the bell tower.
It's a nice postcard photo.
And gee, I hate to be picky, but again, I think the dome is kind of whited out, and so it's part of the building on the bottom.
Highlights can be brought down. I don't know if it's dirt on the sensor or there's a lot of specks around.
Yeah, I would just clone those out because that's dirt on the sensor.
There's a lot of dirt on the sensor. There's one bird and a lot of dirt on the sensor.
But it is framed really well.
Cool, huh?
Position of focus on the- For your information, we're on photo 24. 25 is coming up. We do have a total of 46. I'm taking suggestions from my attendees. We should.
How many in the first round?
Continue. The first round has a total like 26.
For me, that's it.
And we're
just.
I'm going to end the poll. Share the results. We have a 5. We have a 5 here. I find that hard to read.
Solitary Sunset.
Solitary Sunset. Yeah, I like the sunset.
I like the reflection of the sunset off the water, but the photos in silhouette, I think that's a really nice contrast.
I've never seen a sailboat with a life raft.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's how you get back to shore.
The
When
boat's a little washed down on my screen. I don't know if it's my screen or not.
Well, you know, because you saw the other photos and you didn't have issues with them.
It's pretty soft. I mean, if you just sit back, it gives a nice impression overall. But if you want to be nitpicky, it seems very soft.
I would.
I'm not trying to be picky. I think it's a great shot.
And just lighten the waters just a little bit to make the boat stand out a little more.
Going to end the poll. No, I'm not. People are still making up their mind here. Okay, I'm going to end the poll.
I can't hear you too well.
All right. I ended the poll, and this photo scored a 5.
Three seals of approval.
They look like they're having a great time.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool shot. If they were a better focus, sharper focus, it'd be really good.
Since the story is about the seals, I would have cropped out stuff that's not seals.
Would it have been hard to crop out the posts though? Nah.
Oh no, I would keep the posts. I would just take some off the top.
How could you take some off? Oh.
Yeah, now it's about the seals.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, really good point, Terry.
I like the reflection of the seals off the one seal.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
Terry, that was a good constructive criticism for me.
Thanks.
I don't crop well.
It's a fun shot.
I used to be in the sound post-production world, and there was a famous mixer who would basically start when he was mixing a television show or a movie by removing everything, and he would only put back what mattered. And that's kind of what you're talking about there.
Yeah.
Figure out what really is important to the photo and just have that be the focal point.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question. It's called 3 seals of approval. If it wasn't called that, would the cropping have still, should it have still been cut down?
Yeah, because
I like it the way it is because it establishes a setting. I think the boats are part of the setting. I don't know.
I like it both ways.
Yeah, it depends upon what you want to focus on.
To convey.
Yeah.
That's where it gets down to the...
There really isn't any other thing there but the seal. So
well, you could have called it 3 boats with a seal.
I don't know. I'm not really that literal. I would just call it seals or seals having fun.
It's a fun picture. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yep. Seals having fun. Yeah. And that's where they are.
And I think the photographer was having fun taking pictures of the seals having fun.
Yeah.
Having a little trouble with the clock. Sorry about that. I hate Windows.
Well, one day you might get a real computer and try a Mac.
I just wanted you to see my photo.
We all need phones.
Oh, humbug.
Wow, this is really cool.
Really strong.
Yep.
Is there a lot of clarity added there? Is that why it's kind of got edges that are interesting? I mean, it's a cool photo. I love it. Love to know how they did it.
I think I'd crop out a little bit of the top because it's a little, it's a beautiful element, but it's a little distracting. It takes your eye off the guy.
Yeah, I think I'd crop it right down to the top of the water bottle and maybe crop it to the right there too, because I don't see him as the hero. He should be the hero in the shot. There's too many elements, I think.
It's his stuff.
Someone should introduce him to the 3 monks.
I like it the way, I like it cropped the way it is. I like that.
So do I.
It's sharp, I like it.
So do I.
Your eyes move around. I think it's a great picture.
It's great. It's a contrast with the cactus.
And can the maker say something?
Yes.
The maker says, like I said before, when I do a picture, I got to do it for the shape of the mat that I will use, which I don't customize. So it had to be like that because I wanted the whole word in, although you can't see it all, but it stopped at the S. And this bag on the table, that's his stuff. So I had to be the top. If I did my own custom matting, then I would change it.
I love everything about it. I like the stuff you left at the top.
Well, Claire, I love you too.
Did you talk to him and get any dialogue going, Helene?
I did not. I am too intimidated to talk to people like that. Sorry. And I was very far away. I got a big zoom on my camera. I must say, the color picture was also, I mean, I had a real tough time deciding because a good part of the picture was sort of a kind of a cross between like a dark red and a rust, but it kind of worked with the color.
You know, one thing you could do if
I'm taking control.
Okay.
This we see at the 7. I am going to make a decision here. I think we're going to break. We're going to allow our session proceed. I have someone who's anxious to get going on it. There are 20 photos remaining. After the session, I will put them in a slideshow. We will not vote on them. They will go through pretty quickly, and that way we get to see those. And Adam, Adam Colvin. Adam's interest for photography began when he took film classes at Pierce College. Back then, he had a traditional film app to work in. He didn't know the difference between a shutter speed and aperture control on a camera. He didn't grasp the definition of ISO either, but somehow his pictures came in the darkroom. He received his degree from Pierce College in Liberal Arts and Sciences and went on to CSUN, where he obtained an art degree. Adam, I hope you're getting ready. It wasn't until 2011 that he started to really learn the fundamentals of photography. And he has continued his education, has taken all required classes to obtain an associate's degree at Santa Monica Community College. Let us welcome our member, Adam Colvin. Take it away, Adam. Now, I might have to give you share capabilities, so I will do that. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's good. All right. All right, you could see?
Yes, we can.
You can hear. Okay, good. So, thank you. And I'm just here to try to help you all to maybe get a
Need more volume. Need more volume.
More volume? All right, just a sec.
Maybe just put the phone closer, Adam.
The volume was fine when I raised my computer volume up.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We got nothing.
Adam, we're not here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so
Now we lost you.
Adam, you're muted. Hit Alt A on your keyboard.
hello.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know why it muted again. That was weird.
All right, let's get to it.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to help you, help everyone to maybe to get some different views and different perspectives, or just get going on things and just get inspired. And you know, when it's tough to get going because of a mental block or creative block or something that is making it hard for us to get to something, you know, it's just you know, you could choose to get tough or to let it hurt you, let it put you down. So I've done both. So hopefully just have positive attitude about things and don't let it get you down, because your disadvantage could be your advantage. So everyone likes photography here, obviously, and so like if you're having trouble getting started because of lack of ideas or anything that comes along, tech problems that are screwing up, sometimes you just gotta back off and take a break and think about it and then reconnect with it. So a couple questions to keep in mind. Why do I like photography? Why did you start to begin with? Like me, I started because I could see the creativity that you could get with photography, like by light painting or something, and it just inspired me to keep on pursuing it more seriously. I was at Pierce College. I was taking film, like the bio said. Didn't know what I was doing. I was shooting and processing, and it was coming out, luckily, because of probably the camera's meter was telling me what to do. So I followed it and processed it, and it came out. It wasn't all that great, but it was something. And just because it was something, it was inspiring me to do more and more and more. But then again, I didn't get inspired because of the things that held me back, or not held me back, just that I had trouble with and didn't grasp the concept. So sometimes you need to find that thing that really, really, really made you pursue it, and then get back to it that way. Or, you could do some other things like taking a walk or jog. That stimulates the mind, that gets blood flowing. It helps a lot. If you can't do that, you could do a brainstorming session where you write down one word and then, branch off to multiple words, and, go on dictionary or thesaurus online or something like that to get a whole bunch of words, and then work with that to get ideas and branch out to different other ideas. You might, you have one idea, you branch out to other ideas, you might come back to that one idea, but at least you have other ideas to work off of in the future to maybe, become a whole series. And then, of course, like Terry mentioned earlier, and this is probably everyone knows this, to look at others' work online or eventually in a gallery again, if you could get to it after the pandemic is over. There's the Venice Art Crawl, and then Photo LA, and a whole bunch of other galleries, but now they're doing it all on the web. But I encourage you to Google what you like and just take it from there right now, to get inspired by other photographers' work. Then also another one is listen to music, of course, because that creates a certain mood. If you like music, it creates a certain mood, and then different music creates different moods, and different brain waves get stimulated by that tone and pitch of music. So that might be another way that you could get inspired. Also, if you keep on trying and you keep on failing, take that failure and make it work for you to achieve what you want to get. So if you if just as simple as this, if you're shooting and you don't and you're capturing the foreground, but you can't get the background in focus for whatever reason, technical reason there is, make it a different approach, like by looking at the shapes in the background and working with composition and shapes in the background, so it's more abstract than until you could get to know what, do something and work with it until you grasp the skills to do what you want. Just keep on trying for what you want, but make it work for you right now. A lot of people here are more advanced, so it probably doesn't have to worry about that, but that's a thing to keep in mind, to have different looks for your photos and, screw up on purpose. And different perspectives about different things will enhance your photos, because you take one idea and then you mix it with another and then like combine it maybe, and it works. Here's a few things that I came up with that might spark your interest to get inspired also and to get going. There's a different, like, pick one thing, one object, and photograph it in many ways. Change the lighting, the composition, the focal length, the depth of field, the focus, framing, different locations, follow rules and break them, and then experiment. There's many ways you can take a photo. So if you have one thing in your house that you want to take, like a car, a toy car from your children or anything, just take it, put it somewhere, and start shooting. And that's how you get to where you're You know, that's how you discover and make cool things happen, by doing. And just keep on experimenting until you get that one cool shot you like, and then don't stop. You know, just keep going. Each day, do it something different, or go move on to the next thing, and take what you learn and go from there. Tell a story. We as photographers are storytellers, and you want to tell a story. Like if you're a documentary photographer and taking a side or something, you want to tell a story. You could tell a story with all your photos, and I encourage anyone to look at different perspectives and different views. Always be striving for more. Don't stop at what you just have. Just be thoughtful and mindful and keep going. So lighting also, like I said earlier, artificial, natural light mix. You could expose for the back. There's a thing where you expose for the background, and then you take an artificial light to match it, and then underexpose the background just a tad, and then still detail in the shadows and the highlights, and then make it pop from the background.
Adam, please wind it up.
Okay. And then composition, and then go for a walk or a hike out in the nature, and then use your limitations to your advantage, like I stated earlier. And and that's pretty much it. And also, if you want to, I could send you this PDF if you think it would help you.
It looks like an excellent document, Adam. I would be interested in having a copy of that to share with the membership.
Thank you, Adam.
Great.
Thank you,
No problem.
Guy, and coming to my rescue and helping.
Thank you very much, Adam.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad you liked it.
Thank you for putting it together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And before we go on to the slideshow that we're going to do with the remaining 20 photos, I would like to thank everyone for a great attendance to a VPC Zoom meeting. This is our third meeting, and I'm thrilled to have had 32 people at peak in the room.
Thank you, Jay.
I have a homework assignment for everybody. Are you ready for the homework assignment? This is something new, and I think we're going to do homework assignments going forward. The homework assignment is going to be named Photo Fix. I need 3 people to submit a broken photo to me. I will distribute the photo to all members via email. The members that wish to participate in the Photo Fix will edit 1 or more of the 3 photos that have been submitted in a post-production software of their choice. Every computer has an application that they can use. So there's no excuses to just take an attempt at it. The photos need to be mailed back to me on or before October 20th so that it can be included in a slideshow at the opening on October 27th Zoom meeting. While we're on the topic of photo submission, please note there have been some changes. I've posted it all over the newsletters and the Zoom meeting reports and what have you. It's 1 or 2 photos in an open category unless you hear different from me about a special category or special project. Each image must be sent in its own individual email. Do not know how to rename a file, do not rename it. If you will put the subject, in the subject line, if you will put the title of your photo, I will be able to name it for you. If a submission does not follow these rules, I will return to sender. The amount of work that is involved at the back end is crazy. So if you want to submit your photos early, that would help me. And please, please title them, name them appropriately, 1 photo per email, 1 subject line. No, hi, how you doing, Jay? Send a separate email for that. And name the file, which I know you're going to love this, without underscores. just put spaces. Try to use upper and lower case. It's easier to read. Although on the screen presentations, you're really not seeing the names. Now we're going to go ahead and do that.
Jay, can I stress another thing? If
Yes.
they could adhere to the pixel dimensions that you put in the newsletter, it'll make it a lot easier
Yes.
to include or to process those photos into the newsletter.
1400 on the width, 1280 by the height. I will make exceptions when the photo cannot adhere to that because it's smaller. We'll work with that, but like Jeffrey said, it's work at the back end if you don't. So let's try to make those things happen. And again, thank you for being here, and it's only going to get better.
By the way, you pick one of those dimensions, and then whatever the other dimension is, that's fine. But if it's portrait,
if it's portrait, it's 1280 high. If that's the larger dimension, you bring it down to 1280 high and you maintain an aspect ratio. If the width is the higher number, you bring it down to 1400 and you maintain aspect ratio. And if you can't do that, I think I've been doing a pretty darn good job of resizing. Send it any size. I really don't care. If there's one file per email and it's a 20 megabyte file, it's my problem what to do with it. Let me resize it for you and make sure it meets your approval if I have questions. Read.
Ah.
Cool. Awesome. Cool.
Whoa.
Wow.
What am I missing here?
I've lost track. I don't even know where we're at.
It's a slideshow of the remaining pictures.
Yeah. To go back to the beginning again, so I had to be right on it. Does anyone want to see? We have time. Does anyone want to see any of those again in more detail?
If we have time, I'd like to talk about some or hear about some.
I didn't see him the first time.
What?
I didn't see him the first time.
How's that?
I have no idea. I was wondering why everybody got quiet. There's no window.
Okay, I'm going to stop my share and refresh the screens here. And I'm sorry you didn't get to see that.
Apparently, other people saw it. I did.
I heard
Yeah, everybody got quiet. Obviously you did. I didn't though.
But I heard some people say ah or ooh or stuff like that.
The first time I've ever done a screen share with that software. So if you'll give me a moment here, I will try and make this happen for everybody one more time. Today is 9.
Appreciate all the work you put in this, Jay.
Thank you. I appreciate hearing that very much. And I'm not in a groove yet. I thought I was. I devoted a lot of time to this today. I should have been more fluid.
I think the title reader was really good.
So we'll go ahead with the titles here as I see them.
Are they in the order of, am I supposed to read these titles?
I don't even know which photo this is.
They're not in the order of the,
Photo is 160.
This title is 1640.
160.
okay. Do you want me to read the titles, Jay? If they're in the same order, I can do it.
Oh, okay, yes, you can.
Okay, 1640. And I know how that got there. And this is a friendly argument. And
next.
Ant's Eye View. Bad day.
You think?
Very bad. Cooking them at Silk Village. Oh, must be demo.
Cooking demonstration.
Kirby Reads. DSC 6809.
New Guinea portrait.
Very cool. Hacienda Heights Squirrel, number 2.
That should have been our first choice. Very well done. I may have numbered them wrong, and I feel bad if I did.
Well, that's what the title was on here. I am waiting. Or I am waiting.
What, for a bullet?
Keep a low profile. I guess if you're planning to do something. Let's, light my fire wave.
Wow, great colors.
Light my fire wave.
Paria Canyon, right?
No, Valley of Fire in Nevada.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Valley of Fire State Park.
Yeah.
Lots of buildings. Yes. No more parties in LA. Ooh.
Is that with the cell camera?
What?
Oh, I don't know, Jay, if you could tell real quick, was that done with a cell phone?
This one?
Yeah.
Does the maker want to comment?
No, okay.
One beautiful day.
Where is it?
Red sailboat.
Oh, red sailboat.
Is outstanding.
Yeah.
No, where is it? Where is that photo from?
Leonette, can you share?
Looks like Antarctica.
Looks like he hired Kai's sailboat from the last talk.
Roses in the reeds. 7 Shades of Green.
Oh, nice title.
Thank you. Stranger Things. Woo!
Definitely Stranger Things.
Nice Halloween picture.
Yeah, I was just going to say that too. The Passage. This is very cool. Wild Rose. And that's very cool too.
We done.
Great job, Jay.
Good job. Thank you very much.
You guys make it. You guys make it. Thank you. My job will get easier as I get a routine going. And if Zoom would take some of my suggestions, like a countdown timer built in, and a way of recording the polls without me having to another recorder as an assist. So I really appreciate everybody's coming by tonight. Thank you. And next month, remember the homework assignment. I'm going to accept the first 3 broken photos, and then I'll announce that I have my photos, and then I will send them to everybody in the group email, and you can fix them at your leisure and send them back. And probably a slideshow manually done like this, or maybe one of my video things.
That'll be fun.
I kind of enjoyed the video thing, right, Rich? They're kind of fun to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you, everybody. Do you want time for an after mingle? I can turn off, well, I'm going to turn off the recorders now. I'll turn off the recorders and you can stay and talk to each other.